Namaste and a very good morning to all of you. I welcome you to my channel, The Outlier. My name is Mithun. In today's video, I will be talking about pivot table option in Microsoft Excel. Even before I proceed to demonstrate pivot table option, I request all of you to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Firstly, what exactly is a pivot table? A pivot table is a very powerful Microsoft Excel tool which helps you summarize huge data sets in a matter of few seconds. Secondly, a pivot table helps you calculate, summarize, and analyze data. Thirdly, a pivot table helps you identify trends, patterns, and make comparisons in your data. How to execute a pivot table? Even before I demonstrate how to execute a pivot table in Excel, let me introduce you to the data set in the screen. I've got 10 variables in the data set. The first variable is customer ID. Second variable is customer name. Third variable is segment. The fourth variable is state. Fifth variable is region. And the sixth variable is category. The variables segment, state, region, category, these four are categorical variables. What exactly is a categorical variable? A categorical variable is a variable which has categories or groups present in them. The next four variables are sales, quantity, discount, and profit. These four variables, sales, quantity, discount, and profit, are numeric variables. I want to generate a pivot table to identify interesting patterns and trends in the data set. What is the sample size in this particular data set? When I scroll down, you can see here there are roughly 995 cases in this particular data set. What is the first thing that you need to do to generate a pivot table? You have to select the range of this particular table. So let me select the range for this particular table. I have selected the range. Once you select the range, you can go to the insert menu. In the insert menu, at the left-hand side, the very first option that you see is what is called as the pivot table. When I hover the mouse on the pivot table, Excel gives you a short description of pivot table. It says pivot table helps you easily arrange and summarize complex data in a table. Let me click on pivot table. The first option here is from table. I'll choose the very first item here. This will display a new dialog box, which is called as the pivot table dialog box. Table range. You can see here, this highlights the range of cells. And the next option is choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. Here you have two options. Either you can display the output in a new worksheet, or you can display the output in an existing worksheet. To avoid confusion, I will choose the first option, which is to display the output in a new worksheet. Once you have chosen this particular option, you're good to go. All that you need to do is click on the OK option. As you can see here, a new sheet, namely sheet 4, is created, wherein an empty pivot table is displayed. At the right-hand side, you can see the pivot table field options. You can see 4 partitions here. The first partition is the filters partition. The second partition here is the columns. The third partition here is the row partition. And the fourth partition here is the values partition. All the variables in the data set are displayed here at the top. You can call them as variables or fields. Excel also displays a message here. It says drag the fields between the areas below. Now we can drag and drop any of the fields to the columns or the rows option. Now, the first thing that I will do is choose a categorical variable, namely state, and drag this and drop it to the row. Very, very simple. You have to just choose a particular variable, drag it and drop it to the row. Now, once you drag and drop this particular variable in the row, you can see here all the states are displayed in the left side of the sheet. You can see some of the examples like Alabama, Arizona, so on and so forth. Excuse me. Now, what this does is it gives me the distribution state-wise. This pivot table is incomplete at this stage. What I will do is I want to check the distribution of sales state-wise. So to choose the variable state sales, what I'll do is I'll scroll down, choose the variable sales, drag this and drop it to the aggregate function. As you can see here, the default value is summation. So what Excel does is it gives me the total sales for each of the states. You can see here some of the sales value. It could be for Florida or Georgia or any other state. So this is how simple pivot table is. One point which I would like to highlight here is how is a pivot table different from a normal table? The answer is very simple. Pivot table is very, very flexible. If you want, you can just remove this variable, drag this variable and drop it back into the fields list. Now, let me close the pivot table fields option and scroll down. You can see here Excel has generated the total sales for 49 different states. I may not be interested in all the 49 different states. So what I will do at this stage is to display the top 10 states which have recorded the highest sales. To filter by the top 10 states, all that you need to do is click on the drop down menu. Let me click on the drop down option. You can see here there is an option in Excel which says value filters. The moment I hover the mouse on value filters, Excel displays different options. I will choose the last item here, namely top 10. Very simple. Go to value filters and choose the last option, namely top 10. The moment I choose the option top 10, a new dialog box opens up where it says show top. If you click on the drop down menu, you also have the option of bottom. I will ignore the option of bottom and choose the option of top. For this purpose, I will go by 10, but this is entirely under your control. If you want to choose the top 3 states or the top 5 states, you can specify the number here accordingly. I will go by the default options and simply click on OK. The moment I click on OK here, you can see here what Excel does is it displays the 10 states which have recorded the highest sales here. You can look at the count of states here. It says 10, which means that California, Florida, Illinois, and some of the other states have recorded the highest sales. But one important point to note here is that the sales value are not sorted in descending order. If you want the sales value to be sorted in descending order, you will have to click on the drop down menu once again. And you can see here, the first option is sort A to Z. I'll ignore this. The second option is sort Z to A. I'll again ignore this. I will choose the third option, more sort options. I'll repeat, I will choose the third option from the top, which says more sort options. Let me click on this particular option. Here you have two options. One is you can sort in ascending order, or you can sort by descending order. I will choose the option descending order. The two variables are state. I don't want it to sort by state. It will not serve my purpose. So let me click on the drop down option and choose total sales, and then click on OK. The moment you choose the option OK, you can see here the states which have recorded the highest sales. California is the state which has recorded the highest sales, followed by New York, which is the second position, and in the third position you have Texas. So these are the three states wherein we observe the highest sales. Which are those states which are in the bottom three? You can see Ohio, Michigan, and Virginia. So this is how we can use a pivot table to list out the top 10 states which have recorded the maximum sales. This is not the only thing. What we can do is to display the pivot table options, you can choose any of the cells, right click, and choose the option show field list. This is the last option, show field list. The moment you click on the show field list, the pivot table fields options are displayed once again to you. So far, what have I done? I have chosen a variable along the row, and I have chosen the aggregate of sales. As you can see here, I have not specified any variable along the filter. I have also not specified any variable along the column. Now, if I want to see the distribution of sales state-wise as well as product category-wise, how do I do this? We have already chosen the variable state along the row. Now you can see the variable category here. All that you need to do is drag this and drop it under the columns list. The moment you choose the variable category along the columns list, you can see here the breakdown of different product category appears along the column. You can see here furniture, office supply, as well as technology. Along the row, I have 10 states, and along the column, I have the different categories of product like furniture, office supplies, technology. You can also see the grand total, and Excel displays the grand total for each row here. This is the grand total for the state of California. This cell shows you the grand total of sales in New York, so on and so forth. Not just the row total, you can also see the column total. This is the grand total for the column furniture. Similarly, this cell, 4,68,591 units, that is the grand total for office supplies. So this is how you can demonstrate a cross tabulation between state and product category. This is not the only thing. You can do other interesting things as well with Excel. I would proceed to show you the benefit of using the filter option. In the filter option, what I will choose is the variable region. As you can see here, the variable region, which is a categorical variable, is present here. So all that I need to do is drag this and drop it under the filters list. I know that the distribution has not changed here drastically. So let me close the pivot table fields option, scroll up. You can see here the filter for region is appearing. Right now, it is displaying the distribution of product sales for each of the states for all the regions. If I want to see the distribution of the row and column for a particular region, all that I need to do is click on the drop-down menu and choose any of the options. You can see here there are 4 regions, namely Central, East, South, and West. Let us say you want to see the distribution of only Central region. So please click on Central and choose OK. You can see here, Excel displays the distribution of sales only for the Central region. You can again go back to the filter and choose any of the other categories like West. You can see the distribution of sales in each of the cells as well as the grand total change. So this is how Excel filter is very, very useful. Let me show you the last option within filter. I'll choose the drop-down menu. Many times, we may not be interested in merely choosing one item. What if I want to choose both Central as well as East? I want to choose 2 regions at one shot. How do I do this? This is where there's an option called as select multiple items. You will have to click on this particular option and then you can choose the option Central and any of the other category. Here, I will choose West. If you want to choose Central, East, and West, that is also possible, but I will choose Central and West. As you can see here, this option, very, very useful, select multiple option, allows you to choose multiple items from the list here. You can choose 2, 3, or all the items here. I have just confined myself to Central and West. Let me click on OK. You can see here, this gives you the distribution of sales for different states and for different product categories for 2 of the regions, namely Central and West. With this, I have come to the end of today's video. In today's video, we looked at the benefits of using a pivot table. It is very, very flexible. It is very easy to use. It can be used to construct dashboards. We have seen how to drag and drop variables to the row. We have seen how to drag and drop variables to the column and specify different options in the filter. Additionally, we have seen how to display the top 10 items. We have also seen how to sort the items based on descending order. If you have liked this particular video, I request you to like, share, subscribe, and share with your friends and relatives. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day.